Hi, my name is Thomas Tucker and I'm giving an informative speech on should you choose a gas or diesel pickup. So you're looking to get a new pickup but can't seem to be able to choose between a gas or diesel engine for it. You know you need enough power to pull your trailer, but you're also on a budget. In this speech I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of a diesel engine, the pros and cons of a gasoline engine, and what best fit me when I was choosing my truck. Some questions to ask are, what job is the vehicle going to be used for? Where are you going to drive it, highway or city, and is it going to be idling most of the time? And how heavy / often are you hauling? First we're going to talk about the diesel engine. Some physical features are they don't have spark plugs, number one. They start off compression. They're typically larger, heavier. Most of the new ones have turbos on them, which also help with power and MPG. Some pros are they have lower fuel consumption at idle and also hauling loads, so that makes them more efficient for pulling. They also have more torque, which helps with the hauling. With being more fuel efficient, you can get better mileage, and so you don't have to fill up quite as often. Their longevity is a lot longer than gasoline engines since they're heavier built. Their components and parts don't wear out as fast. According to automotivefleet.com, a 2006 diesel will initially cost $3,000 to $5,000 more than a gasoline engine. That's a con. Also, another con is fuel is more expensive per gallon, and also during the winter you have to add an additive to prevent the fuel from gelling up and your truck being stuck on the side of the road. Upkeep is also more expensive, but according to automotivefleet.com, you have to service it 50% less of the time than gasoline engines. Now that I've told you the cons and pros of a diesel engine, we're going to talk about gas engines. Physical features are they're typically lighter engines, quieter, and just smaller in general than diesel engines. According to worktrucksonline.com, if you drive under 30,000 miles annually, then a gas engine is typically a better choice for you. Even though you have to service your gas engine twice as much as a diesel, and your parts and everything is cheaper, it could still add up to the same as a diesel service, since you have to service it twice as much. Some cons of it are you'll get less power and torque with a gasoline engine, so therefore when you pull trailers you'll have more fuel consumption. Also, since the gas engine is lighter, the parts and components of the engine won't last as long, so your engine life will be decreased, according to streetdirectory.com. Now that I've discussed both gas and diesel engines, it's time to show you some charts so that you can see for yourself the comparison. In this first chart, it's comparing just diesel engines. So you have a Ford, a Dodge, and a Chevy. And they're both the newest designs of the diesel engine so far. Their actual MPG without pulling the trailer is between 19 and 17 miles to the gallon. Pulling a trailer with a payload of 10,000 pounds, you're going to average right around 12 to 13. So your actual average, combining those two, is around 15 to 16 miles to the gallon, which in turn is pretty decent. Now moving on to the second chart, which is cited by pickuptrucks.com. You're comparing for a Ford and a Chevy, but they're each going to be separate comparisons. So Ford, you have a 6.2 liter V8 engine, which is rated at 385 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, or 5,500 RPM. And then you have 405 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a 6-speed automatic transmission. And you also have a 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine for the Ford, which is rated at 390 horse at 2,800 RPM. and it's rated at 735 foot-pounds of torque at 1600 RPM. Also has a 6-speed automatic. Now they both have similar horsepower, but look at the torque. It's almost twice as much in the diesel. So your max payload for a 6.2 liter would be 6,500 pounds, and your max payload for a diesel would be 16,000. So with a diesel engine, you can pull more. Now moving on to the third chart, which is by trucksonline.com. So you have a 2014 gasoline engine and a 2014 diesel engine. Your gasoline MPG is 21 miles to the gallon, and you drive 25,000 miles annually. You'll spend just under $1,200 on fuel, with price being $3.34 per gallon. So in total, you'll spend for fuel $3,976 and 19. For the diesel, you have 23 miles per gallon, and you also drive 25,000 miles annually. And diesel is still at $3.34 per gallon. You will spend total fuel cost of $3,630. So per year, you will save $300 on fuel just by using the diesel engine. Now that I've discussed both these engines and showed you the charts, you will hopefully have a better idea on which to choose for your fit for a truck. Picture yourself sitting in your brand new rides, satisfied with your decision, even more so the decision you made on the engine. Thank you.